beautiful Aries, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of December 2024 right through the end of January 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But before I start, I want you to be aware there is a rogue card in this deck. It's not like all the other ones. It's meant to be there. It's not a mistake. It's a very special card, does not pop out for everybody, but I want you to be aware so you're not just wondering why it's there. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know regarding their career and money situation? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time and the next 6 weeks? What will they discover regarding their career sector and their finances? So your first card there is the light bulb. So this is an exciting time to brainstorm any solutions to any problems that you have, but also to really embark on new ideas and get excited about what is to come there. So I can see here a lot of you, there will be extra money coming in towards you. Some of you may have just received a bonus, and if you haven't already, there may be a small increase in your finances is what I'm seeing. But the majority of you, you are brainstorming new ideas in order to make new money. And whilst it, will be rewarding, of course, it requires, some hard work there, which you're not afraid of course. I mean, you've got the Rose card, which is in the resistance position. So I would say that a lot of you are moving into leadership positions or being your own boss. Maybe you're an entrepreneur already and you are trying to do something that is difficult or challenging or other people kind of stay away from, but you are going full in, you're committing to it, and it's going to be super rewarding there as well. I don't see you like actively having a supportive role in your career. I see you having, a leadership role in your career. So I feel like you're born to lead. That's the energy that I've got. So you're taking it to the top of whatever industry you are in right now. And some of you may be a little bit worried about job security because, of course, that card is in the resistance position. But I feel there is an energy here of you kind of like working really hard to secure your position, and a lot of you are thinking about being more independent in the working environment, or you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur if you're not one already, okay? Now we've got the Temperance card. I do see that a lot of you are feeling very drained. Okay, Temperance card in the resistance position. I feel you may have experienced some disruptions recently, some setbacks, or just this feeling of like, it's a lot, like excess, okay? Temperance card can feel a little bit out of sync with things, especially when you're closing out the year. It can be a review period where you're looking at the things that worked, things that didn't. I mean, you've got the 8 of Cups there, so a lot of you are like so over 2024. You're like, bring on 2025. You need a rest. 8 of Cups is to just, take a journey inwards for clarity, but also to take a bit of respite. Some of you may even think about changing a direction or restarting something that perhaps you've put on the back burner for a while. You may revisit it with new eyes and a fresh new clarity on how to launch it. We've got the 9 of Swords. Yeah, I would say there's nothing to worry about. 9 of Swords is in the resistance position like you got it in the reverse. Okay, so I feel, some of you with that 9 of Swords, you're at capacity. You have a lot on your mind, but I do see that the energy will change and shift for you, and it will be better indeed. Now, There is an energy here of some of you, if you have not heard news about a promotion or some sort of job or role with new status, there is one coming in, okay? I would say that it's after we close out the year for the majority of you there, because we do have the King of Swords, which is promotion vibe, and of course the Death card, which means the closing of a chapter. There's something new here. So I feel you could be tapped for a promotion in the new year. Some of you may be looking for a new role, walking away from something that perhaps has not been fulfilling. Because some of you, as we close out the year and start to review how far we've gone, it's like, what's next? And if you feel like you've hit a glass ceiling or like a plateau in your industry, I feel like you're reinvesting in yourself, maybe with a course of learning. Some of you, it could be that you are deciding to give in your notice because you've found an alternative opportunity. And a lot of you, with that Nine of Pentacles, you want to go solo and you want to set up your own industry or your own business there, become an entrepreneur or your own boss. And I definitely see that it is going to financially free you up. Now, if you are an entrepreneur, and you already run your own business, I feel like you may find unique ways to unlock your money. Now, I don't know what that means, okay? That's what's coming towards me. Unique ways to unlock your money. Okay, so maybe it's new ways of investing. Maybe it's diversifying when it comes to your ideas, to your financial acquisitions. I feel a lot of you may be having new money-making ideas in order to put them in practice as you launch 2025 there, and I feel you have a lot on your mind. Very cerebral energy there. King of Swords, Nine of Swords, but it's in the reverse, so that's where you want it to be. I feel getting better sleep is something that you are really concerned with right now. With the Temperance card, some of you, not all of you, you may have had some sort of hormone imbalance that has made you feel a little bit brain fog or a little bit cloudy or a little bit restless, but it can also indicate that you're overstretched right now, and because you have so much on your plate, you're just feeling a little bit off kilter, and you may actually find that a better night's sleep will be worth it. It will help you in some way. But some of you may identify some sort of elixir or something that is going to help you. And I feel like this has shown up before, maybe not for your sign, but I'm getting this energy of some of you will identify something that's actually natural, may even be connected to like rose hips or rose petals or something like that. I'm not really sure. You'll have to obviously consult someone who has the qualifications and knowledge to help you with that. But it could be something that you actually take that helps you recalibrate your energy levels, but also your hormones or vitamin levels for some of you there, okay? And you'll be running on optimum levels of energy as you move into 2025. Now, of course, that's not going to resonate with everyone, but that's your resistance position. These two cards are like you're feeling drained, okay? And, you know, you have a lot on your mind right now. And some of you are recovering after a period of feeling just either out of the loop or just feeling like you are healing from something that has been truly difficult. It could be a working environment's been very toxic or, you know, fast-paced to the point where there's low workers' morale. People are not really appreciating what you do, and you just feel like exhausted and you're like, enough. So I feel a lot of you, you're increasing your reputation for being a pro at what you do in 2025. Whether you're an entrepreneur or you work for a company, I definitely see that your status increases, and there are some changes here and some new money that comes in your way as well. Now, before I get to each card, I want to really address if you are currently out of work and looking for a new role. Let's see what's coming in for you. I feel there is a position coming in that actually is like managerial, or it requires your organization skills. It requires your talents, your gifts, order. Okay, I feel you're in control of something, or there is like a power energy where, you know, you oversee something. It could also be something that requires your smarts. You're a very intelligent person, attention to detail, focus. I feel something's coming in here where you will start anew. Could be a new contract coming in. I'm going to pull a quick card because I honestly cannot discern whether you get this, you know, before the year is out or you get it next year. So I'm just going to pull a card on it. Okay, I just heard something which is really weird, but it doesn't give me a time frame. 2 weeks from Monday. 2 weeks from Monday. So is that next Monday? I'm not sure. I'm just going to pull a card and see if I can get the energy. 2 weeks from Monday. Well, there's your 2, okay? 2 of Wands, so a little bit of a wait. I would say it's in the new year. 2 weeks from Monday. Would that be the 1st of January? I can't really tell you right now. I was never good at math and working out, which dates or what on the calendar, especially when I'm channeling. Yeah, something being offered to you here. 5 of Swords. It can be that it's a difficult industry. Everybody is for themselves. It can indicate that it's a challenging environment in terms of looking for work right now. But there is something that will be offered to you that you will love. And it's more in alignment with your heart's desire. Also, I feel this is a work that you will enjoy. There's a lot of pleasure you take in this. I feel there's praise for your skill set. When you go for an interview, they really flatter you. Okay, and in the good way. They really love what you do, and I feel that they may ask you a very challenging question about dealing with difficult people or difficult environments. Take this as a measure that they're talking about their own environment, or there is someone in particular who people kind of avoid, okay? But I do see something being offered to you, and the money's right. Okay, so that's coming in. So if you have been worrying because of the weight, 5 of Swords can be mental anxiety. It can be also, especially with the 2 of Wands there, you've waited a long time for work, whether you were made redundant or walked away from something that was toxic, or whether you just have been out of work, a contract came to an end. Whatever it is, I feel there is something being offered to you. I keep being given 2 weeks from Monday, so I'll have to work that out on the calendar. 2 weeks from Monday. I mean, this could be the first week of January that you will kind of hear of an opportunity, or maybe if you've just interviewed for something and you're like, oh, you didn't hear, because the 2 of Wands can be like you've been waiting for results, and the 5 of Swords indicates it's been on your mind, but you feel that perhaps you didn't get it because you haven't heard anything. Suddenly in the beginning of January, you're offered it. So yeah, I'll leave it like that, and with a lot of love and good luck and congratulations, because I feel it's yours. I will disconnect from that energy, and let's move on to everybody else who is moving through this thing called life. We've got the light bulb there, okay? Now, of course, this card, it's in your protagonist energy. You have an incredible mind. You have so many wonderful ideas, and this is a period of strategizing, but also brainstorming the next steps of your career sector. Where you want to take things next, what steps that you logically need to take, and what plot twists you'll have to navigate and be flexible for in the year ahead. But it says here, lucrative ideas, new income source. I definitely see new money coming your way. A lot of you, this will be a second stream of income because of the 2 of Wands that came out there, and the 8 of Cups. I feel some of you may do something independent that is more fulfilling. So if you have like a long-term contract on something that you do, whether it's like a serious role that brings in the money every month and you're looking to kind of like do something more creative or independent, I feel launching that side hustle will be very lucrative. It will nearly double your current wages at first, and then I feel it will take off from there, okay? But this is a card of inspiration, entrepreneur, new job, and creative work. So I feel a lot of you, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you're already very creative, I feel this is about you bringing in the bacon, as it were. That 9 of Pentacles indicates your focus on your plans over the next coming weeks. You're deeply involved in projects, new ideas to diversify, whether it is starting new ventures or spinning off or even building up on what you've done already. The 9 of Pentacles indicates moving towards a life of luxury, or, working so hard that you will gain sufficient financial gain for you to actually, build in your wealth. You may even be able to save a little bit this month, although I see a lot of you, your focus is to save this month and not overspend, which I feel like you will stick to your plans, and you're going to have a very strict budget there. Especially with that King of Swords, always strict. So I feel like you will be finding better deals elsewhere. So it doesn't mean that you compromise on what you want. I feel it's more about quality rather than quantity for you. And I feel you're going to be able to save a little bit more in January. That's what's coming through there. Now, of course, the Nine of Pentacles can indicate you want to be more independent in 2025. So you're setting things in motion with your plans in order to be able to do that. If you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you want to be a little bit more nomadic or a little bit more free when it comes to your location. So you may actually work on the go for some of you. And if you work for a company, I feel this is about you not being micromanaged, having more independence, more status, more responsibility is what I see there for you as well. I mean, this card, it can indicate that, you know, you're focused on your money, you are being disciplined and focused on completing tasks. And, you know, I am getting this energy of like paper clips. So this keeps being like coming forward in the water towards me. So I really get a sense that you are being super organized, putting things together, making things match, you know, completing things and, you know, filing them. And, you know, a paperclip is like helping yourself along. So by getting ahead of yourself, that's what I feel. A lot of you may be either coming in early to the office if you work in an office, or getting in early when it comes to your working environment. And I'm also seeing some of you having like a ritual. So it's like if you get in early, then it gives you the time where no one else is there to either kick back, have a coffee, kind of like orient yourself in the office if it is an office. If you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you have a certain ritual that you do before you start. I feel you're going to do a lot more of that as you move into 2025, and it's really going to help your focus. It's really going to help you when it comes to your projects as well. But this is about you being disciplined. This is about you being in a secure position in your working environment, but it's also about securing your finances. So some of you could be looking at different financial institutions where you house your finances, you know, see if you get a better deal, if there's better interest rates or better opportunities to increase your wealth. You know, there's some banks out there, especially for people who are making considerable amount of money. You know, if you put it in their account, you can get like considerable interest on that per month or year. So I feel a lot of you may be like looking at that right now. When you get that Nine of Pentacles as a protagonist energy, it indicates that, of course, you're very serious about your career. And even though everyone else is kind of like winding down for 2024, you're still brainstorming and thinking about projects and how you can reinvest in yourself. And, you know, this is like being comfortable in your role right now. So if you are working for a company or whether you are working for yourself, I really get an energy of you feeling comfortable at a certain level. However, you feel there's more to explore. So you may be kind of setting yourself up to navigate some changes in your working environment to either upskill or diversify. Some of you will literally have not a change of direction. I feel some of you may actually just look at the path that you're on and see if it's really rewarding, because these two cards, it can be, should I stay or should I go? You know, so some of you may be having this review period in your mind as you close out the year. Like, am I happy where I'm at, or should I like keep my eyes peeled for alternative opportunities? And whether you are working for yourself or, you know, in a company, I really feel a lot of you are like, you want to rise. So therefore, you want to increase your knowledge. And I feel this could be you reinvesting in yourself if you're an entrepreneur, taking courses of learning. Some of you may actually go to certain places where, you know, you can learn more. So for example, if you are in construction, it could be that you know, use your business money to actually travel to one of your favorite buildings. If you're an architect as well, construction, architecture, it could be that you travel across the world to view how it's done or what it looks like now in the flesh, and therefore take inspiration from it. If you're an artist, it could be that you actually visit like your favorite painting in a gallery that's overseas, and you're like, you really want to see it. You know, you really want to like observe the brush strokes and the oils and how it's all moving on the, you know, canvas, things like that. It's like you want to see it in the flesh and take inspiration from it. But I see you putting your own unique spin on it, because these are two very unique cards. Now, of course, the Eight of Cups is a journey of discovery. And with the light bulb there, I feel some of you could discover a unique idea, or you may invent something during this period, or discover something about your working practices that has been either slowing you down or could be easier to help you. This could be computer program, software, could be a tool if you use certain tools. And I feel this could be more lucrative for you as well, and just ease you into the working environment. So you have, time working, but also time for yourself. This can be freedom, financial freedom. A lot of you are working towards financial freedom at this time. You have a certain goal that you want to hit. 8, of course, is the number of the self, 8 of Cups there. And I feel like you're honoring your own needs in the working environment. And some of you may feel there's a missing ingredient that you go searching for in 2025. Some of you, it could be that you have a lack of change in your working environment. It can be that you feel a bit stuck. You may feel a little bit isolated in your circumstances, same old thing, just a different day, and you want to approach your work in a different way, which brings more excitement, more spontaneity. For some of you, this is definitely a quest for new knowledge, because the 8 of Cups is to go searching for something, and the King of Swords there is to increase your wisdom. You're already a pro at what you do, but I feel some of you could be honing your skills or, learning new things to enter new pay grades for 2025. I feel a lot of you are stepping into a promotion there as well. We've also got the Rose. Okay, now if I can pick this card up. We do have that 8 of Cups energy that my guides will not really let me let go of there, because I feel this is you kind of like letting go of the year in order to move on. So I feel some of you could also be withdrawing to take stock and get a new perspective. Something may not be working anymore and you're just letting it go so you can be freer. Okay, is there too much on your plate right now? What's on your to-do list? Is there something that you are cutting back on so that you can move forward in other areas? Sometimes we have to say, you know what, I'm going to do that later. It's not a priority right now. I'm going to focus on this because it is a priority. And I feel you don't have to do it all at once. Some of you may feel a little bit frustrated with your progress and may feel that you should have been a little bit further along. But actually, I see that you're very passionate, very intense in terms of what you want to do. You're very serious, you're gifted. And I feel that you're taking it to the top. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And I feel actually you're going to get to where you want to be as a desired destination, and you will increase your finances along the way as well. Now, the Rose energy, of course, is all about growth in your career. And because it's in the resistance position at first, some of you may feel that you've hit that plateau, that you've come as far as you can with a certain idea, if you're an entrepreneur, or a certain line of inquiry, if you're investigating ideas. I mean, some of you want to migrate your business abroad. You may want to, take it to the next level. You may get the help of someone who's in a position of authority to create some sort of legal structure or entity to be able to do that. For some of you, this could also be that you're so looking forward to having a break. You just want to have a vacation, you want to have a relaxing time, and you just want to kick back and decompress. And I feel there's this freedom in it, because the 9 of Pentacles can be like, you're spending time in the home space with family, with friends. It just feels like the end of the year is like relief, okay? And, it's like the world can be won another day. But this card here, some of you may feel that your industry is changing, and you may feel resources that are available to you are becoming shorter or slimmer or, just a little bit harder to get. You may feel that certain things are more expensive and you're having to adjust that in your pricing. If you're an entrepreneur, sales or goods things, I feel like you are trying to be fair with how you price whatever it is that you create or sell or, do for a living. But at the same time, you may feel that you are kind of like pushed into a corner when it comes to pricing, because everything is increasing at the moment. Now, I have to say this, my beautiful Aries, got to be honest with you. I do see feels like a little bit of a dip first, but then I see an increase. Okay, so I feel the increases will stick around for a while. I don't like to give that message, but I do feel it's something that has plateaued and will stay with us for a little bit. But we've got here financial relief, being content, loving care, supportive role, job security, and growing. Now, of course, supportive role is in the resistance position. I always say this about people in life. You are not the supporting character in your life. You are the lead. You are the main character. So it's about how you write the narrative and the script. And I feel it's no different when it comes to your career. So a lot of you are, striving for a higher position. You've got a Nine of Pentacles here along with a King of Swords. A lot of you want to be your own boss, be independent, be financially free. And I see that you're on target to reach those goals. And if you're an entrepreneur already, I feel you may be making some changes that really help you in terms of growing your business. If you think about a rose, you need to snip or deadhead the roses, as it were, to promote growth. So it could be that, you are cutting back on things, not because you have to, but because you want to streamline your finances so that you can promote more growth. For example, you may want to reinvest into your business, and therefore you're watching what you spend your money on at this time. For some of you, if you're worried about finances on a personal level, I feel there is an opportunity to get either financial relief or some sort of advice from the service provider that will help you be able to pay a bill, for example. Now, of course, not everybody is going to be going through that, but if you are going through that, I feel you could reach out to the person that perhaps you're struggling to pay the bill to and tell them about your situation. And this person will actually set up some sort of payment plan that is fair, that you could reach, so that both parties get a little something, okay? So if you ignore it, I feel it will, of course, ruin a relationship with that company or that service provider, and they'll just look at you as deferring payment or ignoring. So I would just say, if there is anyone out there having an issue with finances, that, help is available there. And I feel this person who picks up the phone to you or that you have a meeting with, they actually really care. I mean, in a world where, especially when we go through to customer services, occasionally there's people who don't want to be doing what they're doing. And it may stem from the fact that some people are really rude on the phone. So they're so over everybody being rude to them. So, please apply it to a situation. We need to see both sides. A customer can be really frustrated with something because it's not working. And the customer service person is they're just employed there to represent the company and try and sort out your problem. Equally, you'll get a person occasionally who doesn't care and they just fob you off or disconnect you, and you can be even more frustrated. But what I see here is you actually connect to someone who really cares and really sets you up with something that really is beneficial to you. And I feel there's nothing to worry about, especially since you've got that Nine of Swords there. Of course it will play on your mind, but I feel you'll sort things out so it doesn't become critical or crucial. And then you have a change of fortunes in the new year where things are more manageable and there's more money coming in. So I definitely see that happening there for you, okay? Now, of course, some of you, with the economic volatility that's occurring in the world right now, you may be a little bit nervous or anxious about industries, but I actually see that you're in a really good position right now, and I feel you will go from strength to strength. We have the Temperance card there. I am getting an energy if you deal with any goods or services that requires shipping, or that you require purchasing to ship yourself. I feel there could be some delays. So there may be some frustrating moments there, because this is a card of impatience a little bit as well. I feel a lot of you, as you close out the year, you're focusing on being productive, just business as usual. And I feel you hit your targets there, but I feel there could be some drama or some chaos in the industry that you work in, or in a department. It feels very detached or away from you. It's almost like you witness this and you're oh, glad I'm not involved in that. So I do see there could be something there that has the potential to, how can I put that? See someone in a new light, okay? So yeah, it could be someone you deal with, either a client, or it could be someone who's a little bit snappy, customer, or it could be a boss who really, you see them in a new light and you think, actually, not sure if I really want to connect with that person because they feel a little bit rude. I got to give you the energy I'm being given. Rude. Okay, so that's coming through there as well. Now, I see a lot of you nurturing your career. It feels very much like you're turning something into something else. So it could be that you are having second streams of income, or perhaps you are trying to transform something into something bigger, whatever your intention, you will reach your goal. You're going to be completely on target. And of course, this card is all about you focusing on your life's mission or your sense of purpose there. You know, this card, it's in the resistance position, but anything that is in the resistance position, it does go into the upright there. So I do see here that you will be content. And obviously as well, you need to really take stock of everything you've accomplished this year. You know, all the accomplishments that you've had, but also everyone has a setback from time to time. Sometimes we have to acknowledge that a setback is the universe's way of saying, I know a better way. And it may not seem like it right now, but trust the process. There's something better being offered to you. And sometimes we have like a delay in something. It may mean that the opportunity is not quite right for you. And, you know, it needs a little bit more tweaking before it's delivered to you. Also, it can indicate that you just need a rest. And the universe is telling you over and over and over again, you need to rest. You need to rest. You're not resting. Well, I'm not going to give you what you want because you're not resting. Your body is crying out for rest. Take a pause. Take a day off. And I feel some of you may actually book a day off, a me day, okay, in the next 6 weeks where you're like, and I feel it's actually a booked day off, not just like, you know, some companies will do a seasonal holiday. I feel like you take an actual day for you. And this is how you start 2025. And as you move forward, you're paying attention to your needs. And the universe actually will reward you with something because you did it. It's almost like something you've been working really hard to nurture or accomplish. I definitely see it being delivered to you as you move into 2025. It almost like comes to you straight away. And you're like, whoa, 2025 is going to be a good year. Now, I am being given another energy here, which is if you work in an environment where there is air conditioning, I would say make sure you hydrate because it feels like there's some problem with the air conditioning. Like it's too cold or it's too hot or it's something and it's like, it's not level is what I'm being given. I'm also seeing, well, maybe this is air conditioning. It's like, yeah, I guess it looks like a thermostat. So I'm just seeing the temperature going up, 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 up. So it could indicate that things are going to get pretty hot in your industry. And maybe it's like you're taking it to the top. Things are getting intense. I feel, you know, you're putting a lot of hard work into your career sector and the only way is up for you. And I feel, again, there's nothing to worry about. However, you know, anything that's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright. So the Nine of Swords can indicate that you have some anguish or worry about something. And I just want to pull a card on this. I mean, it could mean that for some of you, especially if you have too much caffeine, because we've got the cups there, that it could impede on your sleep. So if you've been having too much of that, it could mess with your sleep there. But I'm just going to pull a card on this Nine of Swords for you because your outcome looks really positive. So I'm just wondering what it is that you could be a little bit worried about. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Some of you could be delayed in payment or delayed in a product and you may worry about it, but I feel it does come in. Some of you may need to chase this. Okay, so we have, look, we've got similar cards again. So you may have to make a decision about something. You have a lot on your mind here. I feel a lot of you are doing two things, you know, but it's like some of you are so ready for a new adventure with that Knight of Wands. This is about you being unstoppable in your determination. You are destined to succeed. This is about you being inspired, independent, creative, taking action, and basically, you know, rising up in your desires and whatever it is you visualize for your future, you shall have it. This is a goal-getting night. So I feel like you're very goal-oriented, very productive, and we've got the Nine of Pentacles being financially independent. This is you basically being able to save a little bit more than you hope for, but I feel the savings come more in January, if that makes sense. And we've got the Empress energy, promotion vibes for a lot of you. This is a card of nurturing your creative endeavors. It's about being your own boss. It's also a card that indicates that anything you have in motion already is actually going to really flourish and thrive. And there are rewards. This is a prosperity card. So I feel, you know, you are on target. But we've also got this Knight of Cups, which is to follow your heart, do what you love. And, you know, I feel there's a couple of things being offered to you. These could be new projects, new alliances, new opportunities coming in. At the moment, I feel For a lot of you, there's one opportunity, okay? But it could be that some of you are contemplating a path right now. Should you take a left? Should you take a right? Should you stay? Should you go? And I feel like you are picking the one that you enjoy, that's a little bit more spontaneous, a little bit more exciting, and is very financially rewarding. And you shall be financially independent, is what I see there. Now, some of you, not all of you, some of you could actually have a dependent, whether it's a child, for example, or whether it's, a parent that you are looking after. I feel you may be splitting your time between work and your endeavors and looking after someone. And this person, whilst it may be a complex relationship, they really love and appreciate all that you do for them. And I feel that this person, they're going to be very supportive over the next coming weeks, and you may discuss an idea with this person, whether they are your child or, a parent, and they may kind of like love this idea. I feel like they love your ideas, but they may say something that like spins you off in a different direction again, and you think, actually, I could also do that as well as an extension. And they're kind of just like listening to what you have to say, and they're kind of like brainstorming with you. And I feel this is something that you will run with in 2025 as well. So I feel the pressure also will be off in 2025 if you're going through a challenging time right now. Now, your final cards, we have ornaments. Okay, and it says here, extra money, mature investment, celebration. There is good news for you in the next 6 weeks. A lot of you, it could be promotion. That's the main energy I've got. But if you're an entrepreneur, this could be that your ideas are taking shape and you're seeing evidence that, all your hard work is paying off. There are dividends. There are moments of growth here, and more pentacles as well. It says retail, therapy, beauty, finish work, and retirement. Now, because we do have the death card there, some of you are either focusing on your pension, investing in like repayment plans, but also putting money into your pension. Some of you may actually be retiring or thinking heavily about a retirement date for you over this period. And whatever it is that you decide on as a final date to retire, this will be the date that you retire, and you're going to have such a great time. You may actually wish that you did it earlier, but you may have been waiting for the right moment and the right money before you decide to do that. But when you do decide, it's going to be incredible. Now, if you are already retired, some of you may see a small increase in your pension, maybe with inflation there. Also, some of you may actually be traveling a lot more in 2025. So it could be that you are saving for a large kind of vacation. Now, of course, it's such a cliche, but I'm seeing a cruise. So, I'm seeing a huge ship right now. So, I mean, symbolically, this could represent the journey. It's going to be a big year for you in 2025, especially in terms of your money. But if you're retired, it could also mean that you're taking a voyage somewhere and you're going to have a wonderful time. There's a lot of explorative energy about you. So whether you're utilizing your money to see the world, invest in a business. If you're retired, it could be that you are learning more about yourself and your relationship with money and removing money blocks. Some of you may even be, over the next coming weeks or months, really thinking about your pension, your retirement, and, your will, for example, your legacy, your estate, as it were, and you're calculating all those things. Now, I don't like to talk about those things, but, some of you, there's a practical energy about you wanting to get everything organized and legalized before you kind of like move into 2025. Okay. Now, of course, this card is giving me strong vibes of you treating yourself. It's been a difficult year. You've worked really hard and you deserve a little something, something, of course. So I feel a lot of you may treat yourself to a nice purchase over the next coming weeks and months. Some of you may even contemplate going into the beauty industry, because the word beauty is really like kind of glowing at me right now. But it could also indicate that you're purchasing certain things for your work. So if you are someone who has a client base that you visit, it could be that you're investing in new suits or new working clothes that, are stylish or set you apart or somehow represent what you stand for in your industry. For some of you, if you work for a company and they provide a uniform, for example, it could be that you're going to go for a fitting for that or get new clothes or a new allowance in order to, get a uniform really random that I'm being given these things, but that's what's coming through there. For some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you're trying to work out what legally you can give to yourself as a gift, or a bonus or something like that, because this card is all about structure. But this is a card of analysis and judgment, judging how far you've come, where you are right now, and where you want to take things to the next level. And this card, it indicates that you understand what you need to do. You've got the blueprint of where you want to take things next. And the King energy indicates that you are a pro. You're taking charge, being authoritative in your industry, and, basically taking control and, actioning the plan is what I see there with this card for you. Now, of course, this indicates that you are being very savvy with your finances. I feel like this is about having no worries when it comes to your finances when you actually apply this card to a career or money reading. So I feel if you're worried about anything, there will be some sort of news or recalibrated balance where you won't have to worry anymore. The stress will be taken off. But we have the Death card, which symbolizes, of course, new year, new chapter, and change, a transition. A lot of your industry is going through a radical transition right now, and you are really sparking with new ideas to either upskill or, have these unique ideas implemented for the new year so you can stay ahead of the competition. And I feel like you actually enter 2025 in a really good position to make long-lasting changes in your industry. For some of you, the Death card could also indicate that you're looking at your working practices and you're not wasting time. There's something that you need to do, or there's something that perhaps you wanted to do more of in 2024, but you're taking it with you into 2025, and it will be completed in 2025 for sure. For some of you, it could be a book that you're writing or a course of learning. Some of you could actually be using your knowledge, creating a course or a book or a document that informs people of how you do what you do and how successful you are. And you could put that as a course of learning online, which brings in more income, passive income, something that while you're doing it, it's really hard to get everything organized and collaborated together. Maybe that's what the paper clips are about, everything coming together, and then you can just launch it. And then as soon as it's out there, it ticks over in the background and you can focus on other things. So I'm going to pull a card on that Death card there, because Death card basically means change, transformation, new chapter, and maybe new projects. But something big is ending for a lot of you. So it could be a big client that decides to migrate. You may still keep in contact with this person, and they may not utilize your services as much as you hope. But I do see this person, word of mouth, that they will tell people about your goods or service, and they will bring more clientele to your industry. And this person has links overseas. And eventually, when they're settled, they will open up a whole new market for you, okay? A lot of you, whatever it is you do, it could be that you're going global, because this card, it has international links. So you could be online, for example, and more people see what you do. If you're an influencer, for example, it could be that, there's a change in your status. Suddenly, you may go viral, for example. Whatever it is that you're doing, I feel it will change the way that you work, and it will bring in new money. Nine of Cups, drop the mic. That's it. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. Everything that you want in your career, you're working really hard for it. It may feel like a struggle, but it will all come together. And I feel you will be delivered satisfaction and a wish in your career industry. This is about leaving the year content, that you did everything you could with the resources that you got, and the best is yet to come there as well. Nine of Cups is a card of success, ultimate success, where you can feel really that not only did you do a really good job, but you're proud of yourself and you feel secure, and that there is enough and then some for you and your family. So whatever it is you're working towards, I feel there is an energy of achievement, of desire, that you are making your dreams come true. You are a passionate spark, and I feel that your visions will take you right to the top. So I'm just going to go and get some final cards before I close your reading. We've got good luck, okay? And it says here, everything you touch blooms and thrives like magic, changing fortunes. So, better energy, better luck, better opportunities, better money. This is all that is lined up for you as you move into 2025, okay? And you may be laying the sort of ideas or the blueprint for that right now. You may not know how your ideas are going to transpire or filter out in your life, but I can see that you're on a trajectory to more. And I feel that you're on that path towards success. And I feel you're already very successful, but you don't give yourself credit where credit is due. So some of you may quieten that inner critic and learn to not doubt your skills. If some of you are feeling a little bit doubt recently, not all of you, of course, not everybody has doubt, but I feel with that Nine of Swords, sometimes, you know, there's an energy of like stepping into a big leadership role, and it could be like imposter syndrome sometimes raises its head, like, can you do this? Are you qualified? The answer is yes. You're really great at this, and there are people out there who are already doing it who are not as good or talented or qualified as you at this moment in time. So have confidence in your wonderful self. I feel like you are definitely going places. Finally, you've got this card here, which connects to the Chariot card, which means your dedication and commitment will see victory. You will see progress. Have confidence in your skills. You're being disciplined, and I feel bold and brave. You're taking it to the top, and you're going to have more energy. That light bulb is showing energy as you move into 2025. Now it says going in style. Little luxuries help you build up to greater things in life. Treat yourself. I think I did say that earlier in this reading there for you. Now, everyone's measure of treating themselves is different. For some of you, it may be a new suit or a new pair of shoes that really help you look the part in whatever industry you are in. For some of you, it could be new tools, new computer equipment. It could be you reinvesting your money into new knowledge because, as I said, that King of Swords there is acquiring new knowledge or nurturing and honing your skills so that you can be the best at what you do. And it sets you apart from the competition and secures your future as, you know, going a long way there. Some of you may even, you know, be offered a company car in your job, or you may purchase a car with the finances that you get if you get a bonus, for example, or a small raise there. So please take it as it resonates. I feel you're leaving the year, even though it's been a bit of a difficult time. As you close out January 2025, you'll see that things are getting better and there is movement and improvement, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or ring before we close. Oh, okay. I just heard the word appetite. Appetite. So I feel this is about your ambition. Appetite. You have appetite for more. For some of you, it could also be that you're hungry as you're listening to this reading, but it could also be that you have an appetite for adventure. This is a card of definitely exploring what's out there on the horizon, something you cannot see right now, but something that becomes physical on the material plane. And anyone who, thank you so much, I'm truly grateful. My guys just said anyone, because I'm channeling what they're saying as I'm doing your reading. And they literally said anyone who walks away on the Eight of Cups, which is something I say all the time, walks straight into the Nine of Cups. Okay? Explore. See what else is out there. You're taking it to the top and you're going to feel truly fulfilled. And there's a lot of wishes coming towards you in 2025 as well. Okay? So finally, we have question mark. Now, question mark is to be curious, perhaps also brainstorming. Questions need to be answered. Some of you are finding solutions, creative solutions to any problems, but also the question mark, I feel, is always, what if? What if I do that? What if I press that button? What if? You'll never know unless you do it. What if I launch that business? What if I can be the best that I can ever be? What if I'm taking it to the top? What if I just say hi to this famous person who's doing what I want to do, and I ask them, can they tell me about any pitfalls or any positives to nurture my career if you want to follow in their kind of footsteps? I think that's a very explorative energy, and it will help you open new doors as well there. I'm just giving you examples. But also we got the Cat in the Hat. Now, this is showing up quite a lot recently. I feel this is about being more independent in your industry. This is about focus. You know, whenever you see a cat, it really locks on to the object of its desire, does that little shuffle. That's always like a little calibration of how to leap onto something that they want. So this could be you calibrating a plan right now. This could also be you adjusting some things so that you reach your targets. And also it looks very fancy and dandy. So Some of you may literally be purchasing new clothes or new items to really look the part of whatever it is that you do. I mean, some of you may literally go into fashion, or perhaps, you have a pet that perhaps you're thinking about, putting videos of it online, and it could generate some money, maybe even go viral there. So please take it as it resonates. But I feel this is about you being independent. This is about you kind of being working really hard and aspiring to a life of luxury and achieving it there as well. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates, my beautiful Aries. Thank you so much, and love and light.